Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my time at Sandrock. I am the Little Gamer and this is our playthrough of the full release. Now last episode we started to have to interview pretty much everybody in town about Logan and the destruction of the Ujimawala temple. So that took longer than I wanted. So we're doing the sand running opening ceremony this episode.
Oh, hey there. Here for the ceremony, huh? Well, this is it. I paid an arm and a leg getting advertising all the way out to Atara. And this is the turnout.
Oh.
Logan. Why couldn't he have blown up the water tower next week? Or better yet, not at all? Well, on the bright side, since there's no one here, there's no one to see how miserable of a failure this is. Thanks for coming out to show your support. I'm sure you've still got plenty to do after the attack. It means a lot. This ain't the end of the world, though. Maybe once the Civil Corps finally catch that no-good-nick, I'll paint the sleds a different color and rebrand the whole thing or something. I even had this gift specially picked out for my first customer, and I guess my first customer is you now, huh? I guess technically Burgess was here first, but his beliefs wouldn't allow him to accept a relic. Here you go. Oh, speaking of Burgess, he wanted to talk to you. He feels responsible for getting the ball rolling on this thing, I guess. I mean, this is nobody's fault but Logan's, but I couldn't convince him otherwise. Catch you later. We'll get him next time.
You can now start taking photos. Okay, I thought people would still actually come. And there would be something more to that. Oh, there's Burgess.
Hey there. Gosh, real shame about all this. It seems like this whole entertainment thing blew up in our faces, and it's all my fault. If I just hadn't bothered with that darn survey. Well, I suppose one could blame Logan, as his antics did scare everyone away from the ceremony, but oh shucks, let's call it 50-50. What's more, I realized that my survey, which was intended to support the need for giving people in town a rest, actually ended up putting you builders back to work. Well, I'm real sorry that things turned out like this. Foresight is not your strong suit. Miguel always says that about me. If it means anything, I did want to tell you that I think you did a really great job on the sand sled thing, even if nobody showed up. All the stuff you've been doing for Sandrock, well, a lot of people appreciate it. We're all rooting for you. So, I saved up some money and got you a week-long pass to ride on Katori's sand sled game as many times as you want. I got one for Mian, too, since you guys have been working so hard lately. Well, have fun. Be careful, those sleds can get real speedy.
Okay, so it is actually a mini game. Got a 1 week pass. Okay, sign up here. Well, let's do it then. Go to the front desk to choose the mode and start sand running. Race mode, collection mode. Let's go race mode. Okay, here we go. Woo! Like these. There are 2 types of sand running, race mode and collection mode. For each new record for a track in race mode, you will be rewarded with great prizes. Collection mode requires competitors to collect tokens and gift boxes from the track. Items collected will be placed in a competitor's bag. Prizes will be of various value, so try to get them all. There are different coloured ramps to use in the sand running race. The yellow ramp is an accelerator, which will give you a speed boost. The blue ramp will allow you to jump. You can dash during the sand running race, and you can use this combination with yellow ramp to maximize your speed. There's a cool runnings. There's a cooldown after each dash. You can dash again as soon as the cooldown is over. Oh! Okay, so this is race. Ooh. Oh. A and D. Okay. I'm pressing the right buttons. Okay. There we go. Okay. You gotta sort of memorize the course, really, to know when it's best to start moving. See, I missed that. Not because I wasn't moving, but because you move on the course as well. These kinds of things, they're alright, I suppose. I don't mind doing them as a mini game, but I mean, you know, Mario Kart is you always go where you never actually want to go. Okay, so I got 15 tokens. Okay, so let's try collection mode then. Okay, so this is definitely Mario Kart. Whee! Mario! Got an opal. Ooh! See, what am I supposed to do? Back? Well, there we go. So that was just turn. So try and at least you haven't got to go speedily. Oh. See, I don't really turn fast enough. See, how do you get to that? See, it does when you're speedy, but not when you're slow. I am so terrible at this. See, now I'm just sliding all over the place. What did I get? An opal and a masterpiece big bird. Painting. Painting made with an exquisite technique was created by a famous painter in the old world. Even the passage of time cannot cover up its beauty. Designer Rebecca. Okay. Okay, let's not do any more of that, shall we? It's fun, but unless I've got more control of the carts, I don't really like those kinds of games. Right. Well, at least it now comes up. Sand sledding station. So we've got a few people. Okay, at Gecko Station. Not Gecko Station, at the train station. So Jasmine was up by the train station.
Hey, are you okay? He told me right before the incident everything would be okay. He lied. Oh, this. I never should have drew this. If I knew what was going to happen, I never would have. We used to go on lots of adventures. Then Logan changed. He didn't care about me, or my mom, or anybody. My mom said if things get better, we were going to rebuild a school in Sandrock. But things got worse because of Logan! Now I'm the only kid in town.
Okay. So she was good friends with them then. So she didn't know what was going to happen.
Hey there. Hope the pressure's not getting to you too much. You're trying to find out more information about Logan, huh? Well, ain't that cute? I'm afraid there ain't much more to know than what's already been known. But I suppose I wouldn't mind you proving me wrong on that. Huh? So what if I did? What was I supposed to do? His mind was made up. If he had half of mine left at all. I'm afraid there ain't much more to know than what's already been known. But I suppose I wouldn't mind you proving me wrong on that. What? Yeah, I made this equipment. So what? I can't hardly be held responsible for everything that moves in and out of my shop now, can I? What are you implying, huh? You got a lot of nerve. Look, I was close with Howlett and Logan as well. What happened to that man was a gosh dang travesty. But that's just the way things are out here sometimes. All it takes is one slip up, and you're gone. I always considered myself to be like an uncle to Logan. I would have taken him in, but I guess he didn't see it that way. I worry about what Logan might do. And I worry about how the more things escalate, the less likely I'm ever gonna see that pup I used to know ever again. There ain't gonna be an amicable settlement at the end of all this. So don't over-involve yourself. Be seeing ya.
Okay, so he was pretty defensive about that. But he might have been questioned already about the incident in the first place. Where am I going? From here.
Hey there! How you holding up? Yeah, not that night. But he came into the saloon that day with Haru, and they were acting real strange. Buying up a lot of supplies. It was later that I heard that they blew up the temple in an attempt to get Howlett out. And the old man died in the blast.
Well, that's not what Penn said.
Frankly, even if Logan did manage to get Howlett out of quarantine, it would have endangered us all with the disease. Real sad story. Other than that, though, I'm afraid I don't know much of anything.
I didn't think he had a disease.
Hey there! How you holding up?
It's getting stranger and stranger.
Where'd you dig up an old relic like that? Yep, that's me in the background. But I can't say I remember too much about this day. Oh, people were always getting married in the blue moon back then. Logan's ma. What was she like? I can barely remember her face if not for this photo. She skipped town not too long after Logan was born. It shocked everyone with that move. Hardly worth mentioning Logan's old man. Howlett took it the hardest. But you'd never have guessed it from this photo. It looks like a match made in heaven. Except for the tear down the center, I guess. When Howlett came back with the disease and was put in quarantine by the church, Logan really lost it. He started shouting for them to release his paw outside the temple door. Understandable. Howlett was all he had his whole life. Well, that's not completely true. I considered Logan a friend once. I really just hope he sees through all this madness and turns himself in. Then maybe the healing can begin. So you're trying to find out more about Logan, huh? Yeah, I don't blame you. It's all pretty weird. Never heard of a decent fella going bad so quick like that. My hope through all of this is that nobody else gets hurt. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Okay. Oh, the medicine. Oh, okay. So he was ill then. But that Logan figured out how to cure him, maybe? But they wouldn't let him out. So he broke him out to try and fix it, maybe.
Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Well, of course, I was there at the scene of it all, as were most of us. I came out after the explosion, but by the time I knew what was going on, Logan was long gone. Howdy there. Any news to report on the water tower? Goodness, now wherever did you find this? You know, you don't need to be sneaking around, acting all suspicious if all you're after is information. Yes, this makes sense. Although I must admit, this shows a level of organization from Logan I can't say I was aware he might be capable of.
I'm still wondering about this. I wonder if that's where they're hiding, maybe?
No doubt you started to put things together since your arrival, but perhaps you'd best hear the tale in its entirety to dispel any misconceptions you might have about the whole ordeal. Not too long before you started living in Sandrock, a great tragedy struck this town. Howlett, the monster hunter, and his son Logan, with whom you are already quite familiar with, ran into some trouble. Howlett went diving in some ruins explicitly blocked off by the Civil Corps due to an abundance of unknown and dangerous substances. Sure enough, he became contaminated with something bizarre. Logan reacted rather wildly after Pastor Miguel quarantined his father inside the temple and refused to let Logan come in contact with him due to fears of contamination. He couldn't believe his father would be so careless as to come in contact with dangerous Age of Corruption concoctions. One night during the quarantine, Logan attacked the temple with bombs. I assume it was to free his father from the quarantine. But whatever the case, Logan botched the operation and parts of the temple collapsed. Us church folk were all outside, but Logan's father was still in there where we'd left him, and when we found him down there, he was already gone. Logan blamed us church folk for what happened. Now he seems bent on some kind of revenge, and he'd sooner take down the whole town if it means getting to us, I reckon. I appreciate your concern on the matter, but I fear there's not much we can do but trust in the acumen of our Civil Corps to bring Logan to justice. Without hurting him too much, I hope. Try not to get discouraged. There are brighter days ahead, I'm sure of it.
So they found him dead, but Logan ran off with 2 other people, according to Penn. Right, where's our last person? So, Fang. No? That looks, suspicious.
No answer. No.
Okay. I've never been in here. Shop? Right, let's head to Blue Moon then. Blue Moon. That research center. Right, let's go in here, see what Qi's up to.
Ah, there you are. I've recently upgraded to telescope. I've increased the aperture, allowing for an observational field 27% higher than previously achievable. In fact, the locals have been using it too. The satellite that I've been tracking, Scavenger, will be passing above Sandrock around 9 PM tomorrow. I thought perhaps you would come and observe it with me.
Ooh, I still haven't decided between Qi and Ernest. But I don't like Pablo. He's friends with Ernest. Or journalists, for that matter.
This is important observational analysis, not a date. We will be able to gather much more information together. Remember the time. Please do not be late. Scavenger is not a synchronous satellite. It will not remain stationary. current science has not confirmed the existence of remaining synchronous satellites.
Okay. Something to do tomorrow then.
You did what?
I did what I had to do.
What you did was impulsive. And you put our friend in danger. I was coming up with a plan.
Alright, I reckon when you put it that way, I did what I had to do in order to get things done in a time frame that I could find satisfactory. Which is basically the same thing. Look, here they are now. Everything went fine, right? Yeehaw! See, it's like I said. Not everybody's a detective. Folks got their own problems to worry about. Getting away with stuff is real easy. Half of the time it works every time.
That's very specious reasoning.
Much obliged.
Well, if you're safe, I guess there's no point in getting hung up on what's already happened. Can you guys just promise me that you'll be more careful in the future?
Ain't y'all ever heard of all's well that ends well? Fortune favors the bold. Stupid is as stupid does. I thought y'all were into book learning. Oh, alright, fine. We promise. With that being said, spill the beans! What'd you find out?
I see.
Wow! So, what does it all mean?
I have no idea.
What? Come on, you said talking to everyone would help us solve the case.
Elsie could really do with a little less backseat detectiving right now.
I'm sorry, I'm just all riled up.
I think the best thing we can do for now is just wait until we have something else to go on. Thanks for doing all you did. Your summary on what you learned today was incisive and insightful.
Yeah, you went out there and hit the streets like a real hard-boiled bad egg. In fact, that gives me an idea. Tomorrow, I'm gonna give you a surprise. No, not one of thems. A real surprise. You just better ready. I'm off.
Might want to double check your windows are locked tonight. Nothing more for us to do now. Better just get back to it. See ya!
Okay. So he could be innocent, and he was following the person who did it, a third person that we have no information on whatsoever. Nobody mentions a third person other than Penn, which I do find quite strange. Right, I'm going to do a few commissions if I can, and then we'll head into tomorrow. Let's see what we can find. Because of the attack on the water tower, price of water has gone up 50%. Okay, that's a fair bit.
Howdy there. Rise and shine. Ready for your surprise? I just wanted to say, even though we didn't find much poking around Logan's old homestead, well, you believed when almost no one else did. So, thanks, partner. But kind words ain't worth gills on a cat, so I did you one better and brought you this here baby Yakmel. His name is Doodles. But I reckon you could name him something else if you wanted, 'cause he ain't quite learned it yet. With Doodles, you could get started with your very own ranch.
Thanks.
Hear that, Doodles? You found a new and loving home. Hooray! Yeehaw! Oh, but shucks. You ain't got a barn, do ya? You can't take care of any animals if you don't have a barn. Maybe you'd like for me to explain a thing or two about raising animals? If you want to raise small animals, you gotta come over to my ranch shop and choose what you like, either a calf or a chicken. Once you done bought it, it'll be delivered right away. But wait, you ain't built a barn yet? You know, different animals need all sorts of different places to live. Rabbits like a hutch, Yakmel need a barn. You gotta have the right home for them if you want them to live with ya. If there's no barn, your Yakmel ain't gonna want to come live with ya. Just go see Haiti and get her to fix you up. You know, it was her construction junction that helped us build our stables. Oh, and when you get your little animals running about at home, remember to feed them their favorite food and play with them. If they're in a good mood, they'll grow up so quick and healthy. Well, I reckon that about sums it up. I better be getting gone. I'm sure you and Doodles are gonna be right as rain, and I just know you're gonna take real good care of him. Or else. So long, partner. Thanks for all your help.
Okay, cool. So it says we have a Yakmel Calf. So I presume we can put him in the barn once we get a barn. So we have 3,000 gold. Barn was 1,000 gold, I think. But we need a bit more space, really. Although I suppose we can move stuff around. Tumbleweeds standard. The wheel, fire, the written world, automobiles, rockets, antimatter bombs, back to fire, then automobiles again. These inventions rocketed the foundation of the earth, sending shockwaves and reverberations out from every direction of their inception, vibrating up into the bones of the humans above and below the surface. Innovation strikes like lightning from the heavens. Man cannot help itself but fly closer to the sun. Anyway, all of that junk is old oats compared to sand running, the fabulous new invention, pastime of the golden goose. Okay. Right then, so we need lots of iron plates, which we can only make in here. And we need lots of steel bars for it. So we need, what was that? We need 78 steel bars. That is insane. Completely insane. So how do we upgrade this thing? We need bloodstone cores, and we have 2 machine upgrade kits. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna cancel this. We're gonna upgrade. So hammer time and monsters, so we can buy them. Upgrade, confirm. Fabulous. Interact. Right. So we can now make steel bars in here. We'll do the bronze and copper in this one, because the fact that we need so many is insane. Commerce Guild, I'm presuming because that's red, it's not in the guild store yet. So we're waiting for that. So I'm presuming we're waiting for the something in the main quest. That will unlock that. We shall have to wait and see. Wow. So, okay. I realised this button here raises the sand wall. Ta-da. So I can still have a fence, so I can still change the fence. So what we need to do is make a bit of money, essentially. So let's see, what can we make? Can we make anything at all in here? All stone troughs, 6 gold, or we can make a bunch of those. So 100 of that would be 600, and 1800, 200. Thin thread, grinding stores. It's even that, there's like 7. It's not better than the troughs. 56. Okay, let's make a bunch of stone troughs then. And we'll go and sell those. Storage box is 16. It's not too bad. But I'll see if I can sell them at the housing place. If not, at least I can sell them at the Commerce Guild. Ooh, Arvio. We're friends with Arvio. Discount. Sell. Still for 7. Okay, so the market price makes no difference. Okay. We'll get a bunch of money from him then. So commissions are definitely the better way because you get a bit more money for it. Right, let's see. So we need to work out what we actually need for it. For barn. We need iron plates, bronze frames, and hardwood planks. Okay, we're not getting that. A hutch for rabbits, stable, chicken coop. It's all iron plates again. But it's only 1,000 gold. Okay. So I may as well buy this. Yes? Buy a home editing toolkit from Construction Junction to start decorating in your own home. You can only do this in your workshop yard. Okay, we'll go and check that out. Because as long as it does the same thing, we haven't got to keep running tidies when we want to check something. Okay, so I can't just edit home. Oh yes! Now I've got it. It unlocks home editing. Fabulous. And we can do this. Fabulous. Right. We now have home editing, so we can we'll be able to put it in storage then. We'll keep all these on me, I think. The Yakmel. Ooh, HP buff. I ought to put all these out, hadn't I? Oh, we should be able to edit it now. Whoops. Nope. Tab, edit home. Inventory, there we go. Okay. Can we go in the house? Change material. Oh, a free roof. I'll go for that. Wall. Any free walls that aren't that one? It looks like most of them have got to go in the house then. Can we do it from in the house? Hey, interior decoration, fabulous. Some rules. A door connecting two rooms cannot be moved. Accessories come in two main categories, ceiling and wall. Okay. So we want to do this. Okay. Look around, can I? Okay. Interesting. Oh, a medical poster. Oh, I can actually put this out. Okay. Confirm. Let's go with that. Cool. Right then, so I am, as we need 10 million steel bars, for everything we need to do, as well as all those iron plates, I am going to go iron mining. And then we will come back and meet Qi at 9 o'clock. So I will see you all in a little bit. Okay, so I've done my mining and Burgess popped up with this.
Oh, hello! Lovely day today, isn't it? And again, isn't every day lovely and fabulous, Sandrock? I've actually been meaning to tell you about something. You see, I consider a lot of people to be my friend, even if they don't always feel the same way about it. But you, I think you're my bestest friend in the whole wide world. Yeah, I just know we're gonna be friends forever. And when you're around, I feel like I can do anything. So, here's my idea. If you're up for it, it's probably not news to you that sometimes out in the desert there are wild arcs roaming around. You remember arcs, right?
Arid remote control carbs, abnormally critical and at-risk citizens.
Correct! Ooh, just hearing you say it sends shivers down my spine. I shouldn't have even asked. You know the type. Tree choppers, cactus poachers, lunch bag stealers, litter bugs, jaywalkers, jugglers, and worst of all, water wasters.
The horror.
So, I'd like to commission from you a weapon. A weapon so powerful that will take care of those arcs once and for all. That's right, those arcs will be gone forever. I'd like you to get me some flowers. Flowers that will kill them
with kindness.
With kindness! I believe that if we show these arcs the beauty of life up close, well, there's no way they could continue to wallow in their arc-sea ways. Fantastic! I knew I could count on you. Here are some seeds to do the deed, plus a few extra for yourself. Just grow them in your garden like usual, and let me know when you're ready to obliterate those water wasters. With kindness.
Aren't flowers water wasters? You can't eat them in this kind of situation? Oh well. So I figured that as it takes an enormous amount of iron plates to do our main quest, that we would use the iron bars for the side quests. Oh! Harvest. Ooh. Harvest. Harvest. Fabulous. We now have 67 jute and 3 more cantaloupe seeds. Wow. Alright, I'm going to replant some, because obviously we're going to need jute by the looks of it. And there's still water here. My issue is that you need so much water. Obviously I know that's part of the game, obviously. Jute to cantaloupe, there we go. But whole buckets for this is there's a lot, which is why I don't particularly want to plant any more than what I've got or what I need. I did loads the first time round. Right, let's oh, we can't make canvas, can we? We have all the stuff, but we still can't make canvas. So instead, we are going to make the Express-tea machine. I've had this quest for long enough. Thanks. For an electric kettle, essentially. A special tea maker capable of concentrating multiple cups of sand tea into one, particularly strong brew. Dr. Fang has warned that excessive consumption may be dangerous for the health, however. Well, that's quite a bit of money. So, making those, I suppose we could sell when we start needing more money. But I just gotta remember to make more of these. Oil lamp. Oil lamp. Can I even make an oil lamp? To make those, we need more bloodstone. Great. Saddle. Oil lamp. We need twine on the tailoring machine. I can't sew. Right then, let's give in this commission. And then we'll head over to... Oh, it's already 9 o'clock. We'll head up to Qi's. We'll be late, but we'll see how that goes.
You're here. Good timing. The satellite will pass overhead shortly. I've configured the telescope. I've also attached an SLR to allow direct imaging. We can take photos for further analysis. We still have some time before the satellite arrives. Let's test out the telescope first. I hope we can see some constellations.
Velupa's Zerda, Drinking Gourd, and Baby Beluga. Oh. Stargazing is a great activity to do while dating or hanging out. In single player, you can only look at constellation map. While dating or hanging out, when you start stargazing, your companion will say which signs they want to see and you can try to find them. Looking for constellations, remember to move the viewpoint around. Okay. We're looking for Drunken Gourd, a 3 and a tail. Three and a tail? Is that it? No. Not quite. Similar, but not quite. Okay. What's a 4 and a tail? That one? No. It's not straight. That one? No. That one? No. Are they going to be upside down? I hope not. I hate it when they do that. That one? No. Oh dear. I'm not doing very well at this, am I?
The image quality is vastly superior, no? The clarity allows for much more precise imaging for the stars. You know, interestingly, when people believe they are wishing upon shooting stars, they are actually wishing upon rocks falling and burning up in the atmosphere. Stars do not shoot. It is a common misconception. What else do you wish to know? Perhaps an overview of the constellations? I will not peddle astrology, but I know a thing or two about astronomy. According to numerous studies, the Swan was originally a constellation that was used to guide sailors across vast distances. They could follow the movement across the skies to orient themselves. What else do you want to know about? Ah, interestingly, the scientific name for this constellation is Calasium Major, which is a rare instance of the scientific name and the layman's name aligning. What else do you want to know about? This was the first constellation I learned of. I was 4 at the time. This was a rare instance of scientific knowledge being shared from my parents rather than my grandfather. Much like the Swan, it would help them as they were out fishing, providing a point of reference. What else do you want to know about? Interestingly, although we grouped these stars together in named constellations, they were in fact separated by tens of light years. That's enough for now. The scavengers should be here any moment. Perhaps I forgot to align the telescope. No, it was serviced very recently.
That was short. Perhaps I forgot to align the telescope. No, it was serviced very recently.
It's a lot clearer than I thought. Take a look here. This has to be the satellite's antenna. It's completely intact. It might even be transmitting, which would make it one of the few working satellites remaining. If only we had a working receiver to downlink the scavenger's signal. Think of what we could learn. But I shouldn't be too greedy. We just installed an equatorial mount and now a camera too. It's already a huge step forward. Since we're on the subject though, let me tell you about a paper I read a few days ago. The sampling of digital control technologies of the old world. What a read. Yes, the antenna on the satellite is one such digital controller. I might have mentioned it a bit last time. Here are the details though. See, people of the old world had hundreds of thousands of satellites up there in the sky. Most of them were destroyed on the day of Calamity, but a few should have survived. Now, we've lost most of the communications technology of that period. I mean, we're using wireless telegraphs while they used quantum entanglement, which I don't even have a clue what it means. It just sounds so advanced. My hobby of observing satellites and space stations is my way of trying to connect the dots. If we're able to communicate with these machines, we might be able to recover much of the lost technology. You finally understand now. Teaching is a lot of work.
I learned about it long ago, but I just like listening to you.
What do you mean? You mean you already know about it, and you still wanted me to talk about it? Ah, I see. Learning through repetition. Well, at least you have an eager mind. You know, I used to deflect from social situations, but it seems in fact that stimulating scientific conversation can be had. Interesting. It's getting quite late. Let's call it a night. I need to rest too.
Cool. Right, let's give him this tea machine.
Thank goodness it's here. Let's see the result. The taste is wonderful. I feel brain caffeinated, concentration maxed out, work engaged.
At 10 p.m. at night.
Now, where was I? Satellite analysis. It's like calculating elliptical movements using integrals. Cancel out this, introduce auxiliary variables, then plug it into this formula. So the integral constant here is also the time where it passes periastron. The vector expression of the spacecraft is the same as the elliptical trajectory. That is to say... Aha! You must be fascinated too. How selfish of me to keep all this beautiful science to myself. Come, take a look. I understand. You wish to observe my work, correct? Good, good. Learning through thorough analysis and practice is always efficient. This equation represents the reflectivity of the craft. This is to understand the necessary pressure resistance, and here's the atmospheric density inside the craft. But of course I don't have to tell you that. Now, I'm sure you know that when shielded by the Earth, the sun's radiation does not affect the craft, or at least is largely reduced. But unshielded, the temperature rises astronomically. But for now, we should put this aside. It wouldn't dramatically affect the trajectory. I can't seem to find my journal. Forget it. I'll start another one. But my research. The acceleration caused by solar wind, surface to mass ratio.
He seems completely absorbed in his work. It's probably best not to disturb him. Should I help him find his journal, though? Is that in here? Gonna be upstairs? Well, there's the tea machine. I wonder if it's outside. Oh no, this is another room. Qi's journal. It's a thick journal dating back 10 years. Most recent pages are scribbled and hardly legible. Drawings with the robot in.
My journal! Where did you find it? So much of my research is now returned. Thank you. I highly appreciate it.
Okay then. So that's where we're going to leave this episode for today. Made better friends with Qi. So next episode, I think I'm going to work on getting the barn, so that we can house our little new Yakmel. As we've got to wait for all these iron bars and plates and things to craft anyway. But if you liked this video, please do all the things, like, subscribe, comment, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye!